What's going on, everybody? TG here, back with another video. Guys, another day where the markets are soaring, They're soaring and they're not stopping. Dow advancing 542 points, S&P advancing 67 points, NASDAQ up 300 points. It's a great day to be a bull. It really is. Everyone's happy today, even the small cap up pretty big, 44 points. Everyone's winning today, obviously except if you're a bear and you're shorting the market. We're approaching all-time highs for the NASDAQ. All-time high, 1256. We're at 1189. Markets are soaring, and the VIX is going down. Uncertainty, we no longer have that uncertainty. Obviously the presidential election is still going on, and it can go either way. But we have the uncertainty aspect out of the Senate. And like I told you guys in the last video, that is the biggest thing right now is the Senate. The Republicans having control of the Senate will allow that none of these tax cuts are going to be repealed. None of the corporate tax cuts are going to be repealed. That's huge. The market loves that. Dow surges over 1,000 points. It's these actions is what's causing the market to soar. Now, if Biden does win, which he has a good chance of winning right now, he's up in the polls. He's up in the states. He has a good chance of winning this. Now, obviously, Trump's still in this, and if he wins it, you're going to see a rally like nothing else. But I got to say something. The market is fine with Biden winning. Because under Biden, we're going to have heavy stimulus, and we're also going to have these low taxes. It's kind of a nirvana, honestly, for the market. And the market loves that. We get, a bunch of stimulus into the market, a bunch of money flowing into the market, and we get low taxes, low corporate taxes, low federal income taxes as well. Biden, he might not be able to pass his big, corporate gains tax that he wants to imply, 44%. We don't want that as investors, not at all. But we're getting the benefits of both. This is a unique time, okay? It's a unique time. So we're realizing another 3.5% today. Not bad. We did hit all-time highs at one point today. Amazing. Another 5% today. It's been a wild week, guys. Look at this. We were down 6K at one point, November 2nd. Fast forward to 3 days later, up 5,600 points. $5,600, actually. Now, we messed up on Apple. We sold a 113 call when it was 110. It's 119 now. We just cost ourselves $700. We're not happy about that, but we live. Now, another thing I want to talk to you guys today about is margin. I've been getting a lot of flack / advice / whatever you want to call it about margin. I use margin, okay? I've been a big advocate of, safe margin for a while. Now, as you can see here, we have $60K worth of buying power. We're using $26,000 worth of margin. We're going to be cutting another $12,000 when we lose Apple. So we're going to be using about like $24,000 or $14,000 worth of margin. Now, people are wondering, why did you buy so much margin in a bad market like this at one point? Well, it's because it wasn't a bad market for no reason. We saw Amazon dip hard, really, really hard this past week after having great earnings. It plummeted down to the 2000s, and I went ahead and bought shares at 3,200, 3,100, 3,000, 2,970. I tried to get one at 2,950, but I missed it by 12 cents. So I'm very upset about that because obviously I could have got another $400 from that. But I use margin in certain situations like that when, things don't really make sense and I want to average down. So I got my average cost down from like 32.80 to 31.39. I had 27.5 shares. I sold 2.5 shares today to clear up some of that margin because that's another important part of it. You have to sell some shares. You have to get rid of your margin somehow. And that's a great way to do it on a nice rally like this where Amazon rallies another, 80 points today. And at one point, it was really going up there over 100 points. So we got out at 30.20 for one share, got out at 30.50 for another share, and got out at 0.5 shares at another one. I don't know where it is. I'll have to find it. But, it's Amazon's a great company, great long-term prospects. The only thing that was negative was how much they spent on COVID. Bad news is out. People worried about the corporate tax cuts. It's another reason why I went down. It's fine. Amazon will be hitting all-time highs pretty soon. I'm pretty confident about that unless something drastic changes, but I'm totally fine putting my money into it. I'm totally fine using a little bit of margin as well. Now, another reason I use margin is when I'm selling puts or selling calls. I wanted to get an even 100 shares of Apple so that way I could sell a covered call. Didn't mean about this time, but, I was able to get an extra $100 for that. When I'm selling puts on something, I might not have enough money to do it. So what I do, I have to buy more. I have to get a little bit more money. So I'm fine spending some extra money to sell that put and then get extra money from it. So when you use it smart and use it safe, it's good. Don't put margin into options like buying options. That's could either you'll make a ton of money or you could lose everything, and that's just not worth it. Same as putting into risky stocks. I had to learn my lesson the hard way with some companies like Workhorse, where I was buying on margin, not smart. I lost money. We learned from those mistakes. But the misconception that margin is something bad, it's not true. Margin, when used correctly, can be a great tool to really grow your account. Okay, I made a video about the pros and cons of margin, but it's totally relevant, especially in today when you have this uncertainty and you can have stupid crashes. Like my account took a stupid crash. I was doing fine. Boom, stupid crash. I'm down huge. Okay, I have a chance. Do I sell like an idiot? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not panic selling. Do I just hold? It's a possibility. Or do I buy on the dip? I buy the dip on quality. You don't buy the dip on stupid things that it can keep going down and down. But in this case, you buy the dip on quality, and that's how your account went. You're at a certain point. You're at doing pretty well, and then it works out, and you're up a lot. Now, obviously, I cut back some margin, and I'm not happy that I have to sell Amazon shares. But at the same time, I got to be smart as well. I can't be using $35,000 worth of margin. With this uncertainty. It is as smart as it is to hold these shares of Amazon. I also got to get money out for taxes and stuff like that because, as you guys can see, we're going to be paying some taxes this year. We made $15K this year. We're paying taxes on that. We made money from our work. We're paying taxes on that. So we're going to owe a lot in taxes this year, so I got to be careful about that, and I got to make sure that I have enough money to buy it. I got to pay the government. Unfortunately, you make money, you got to pay the government. But it's a good problem to have. It's a better problem to have tax gains and tax losses. Obviously, I'd rather pay taxes on a gain than get a deduction on a loss. Like that's just I don't want to do that. So it's just something to do. It's a good strategy to do when things are down for no reason whatsoever. Especially in companies that should not be affected by it. Like I told you guys, I've told you many times, Amazon thrives from a pandemic situation. When it goes down because of COVID cases, buy. Like there's no reason it should go down on COVID cases. That is a good thing for Amazon. People need Amazon more than ever, and they're going to use it more than ever because there's nothing open. So I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's smart to use it in some scenarios. It's not smart to use it in other scenarios. All right? Put it in quality. If you're going to use margin, put it in quality. Don't put it in something that's speculative. Okay, don't put it in these SPACs. SPACs, obviously you could double, triple, 10 times your money in some of them, but you could also lose it. I mean, and we've seen that in stocks like Nikola. Nikola started off having an absolute insane run where it literally like tripled itself. Okay, bam, you triple your money right there. Oh, actually went up to 95 at one point. All right, so you triple your money there, and now, oh shoot, what just happened? Let's say you decided to buy, even if you bought at the opening of 33.69, all right, and you bought on margin, bam, you're up huge, all right, but now you're sitting at $20 a share, so you've taken a giant hit. You've lost 40% of your money. Now, if you're using twice as much, which you're allowed to do on Robinhood, if you bought that with, double your money, well, you just lost 81% of your money now because you have, your losses are amplified huge. Now, an 80% loss requires like a 750% gain to get back to where you are, which means you're probably not going to get there. And that's a common misconception. People see, oh, I'm down 80%. I just need an 80% gain. No, you don't. You need a 750% gain or an 800% gain. It's like if your portfolio is down 50%, you need 100% gain because you're down half. You need it to double. So losses are obviously much bigger than gains. And, you really have to realize that. Sorry about that. The next killing. But these are these things, guys, where it can work out, and some it did work out. You look at Neo, Neo doesn't go down. Neo literally doesn't go down. And this stock has just flown 45 billion. And, you know, people are just making a boatload of money on this thing. You got in here at $1, you 40 times your money. You know, if you were buying puts, you lost everything. So here's the thing. The bottom line is margin can be a good thing when used correctly. Okay? I'm using it smart. In my opinion, I think it's smart. I've obviously done a lot of research on this. I think it's smart what I'm doing. All right? And I'm trimming my margin as we go up. As Amazon continues to grow, I will continue to trim shares until I get no margin. Because I don't want to use it. Maybe I'll use like 10K of margin, which isn't bad at all. Which probably I think I'm done selling Amazon shares. I have 25. I'm fine with that. Okay, I'm obviously using a little bit of margin, but all right, so be it. But it's Amazon, it's shares, there's no time expiration, this isn't an option. And I will be losing Apple, so that'll free up a bunch of margin as well. So we'll only have 25 shares of Amazon, 420 shares of CVM. I'll continue to sell puts when I see fit. If I see Apple take a stupid dip to like 115, I'll sell like a 113 put. Buy it at 113, ride it back up again. Sell covered calls, make money on that, trim margin that way. You know, that's really what it's about. You know, use your margin to make money. You know, you're borrowing money, use that money to make money. You have to pay a fee on it. I have to pay a fee to use this margin. It costs me money, obviously. So I might as well make money on it. So, you know, it's one of those things, guys. Obviously, it's not ideal. We don't want to have to use margin, but if we can use it in our favor, we're going to do that. And that's exactly what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do. And as you guys can see, it's worked. It's worked really well, especially in these past 3 months. You know, our account was in the 50s and now we're in the 70s. So we've made 14.2K in the past 3 months. Extraordinary. I've honestly never thought I'd see this much money as a 21-year-old. But I had to learn the hard way, guys. I had to learn the hard way about this. And, you know, I lost it all in March. I made it all back. I was buying calls and puts, mainly puts. And I got slaughtered, my bad. Absolutely slaughtered. And I went from being up $17,000, or a little bit, about $17,000 at the peak, to being down over 3K, I think 4K intraday on this day. That's not a good feeling at all. I'll tell you right now from experience, that is not a good feeling. And it really does something to you mentally, and it's not good. That's why I'm done buying calls. I'm done buying puts. I don't do that anymore. It's not good for my health. It really is not good for my mental health at all, and it's not good for my my portfolio either. But that's beside the point. But guys, just be safe. If you're gonna use margin, be safe. Put it into quality. Apple, Amazon. If you're gonna use it to have enough collateral to sell a put. Use it to have an even 100 shares to sell a covered call. Use that money to make money. That's the bottom line. Use the money to make the money. All right. So guys, hope everyone's having a great day. Hope you guys are enjoying this amazing rally that we've seen in some of these big tech stocks like Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Google. Facebook has been absolutely flying. I don't know how that company continues to grow and grow, but it's an amazing company. So I'm not too shocked. Up 7.6% this week, up 12 for the month, almost at all-time highs as well. So guys, have a wonderful day. If you guys like this video, please remember to like and subscribe. It really means a lot to see that. And like I said, we're doing a giveaway at 1,000 subs, which will be coming pretty soon. So, you know, subscribe, like the video, and let me know down below what plays you're in, what plays you're excited to make. If you're holding cash, waiting for a drop, you know, let me know. And also, if you want to talk to me, link in the description below for our Discord. We got over 150 members, trying to grow that as well. But, you know, it's good stuff, guys, and it's a good community, and I hope you all just have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Take it easy, gents. Peace.